Good morning, everybody. Welcome to day number 7 of the August video challenge. This has been so great so far. The feedback that is coming in, the stories that are coming in, the business that is already taking place for people just by getting in front of the camera more. It blows my mind all the time, because how much has all of this cost all of you guys? Nothing, right? Absolutely free. And so let's continue to take advantage of this, and let's be mindful that if you've missed a day, that's fine. If you've been in here this entire time and you haven't even started, start right now. Get engaged, because the feedback that I'm getting from people, you know who it's coming from? Hey, Karita, good morning. It's coming from people that are putting in the work. They're putting in the work and they're being rewarded. And so let's get in the game. If any of you are kind of still sitting on the sidelines a little bit, because today, oh, we got some buongiorno from Minta. Okay. Buongiorno. I love it. Good morning and happy Monday. And so this is today's prompt is one of my favorite prompts out of anything we do, because it's always easy. It's always easy. And so today's prompt is all about this right here. Teach from the book you're reading. You're not reading a book? Shame on you. Go read a book. Go put yourself in a position so that you can grow, learn, be stretched. And here's why this matters so much. A lot of what I'm teaching you guys is helping you show up as an expert, which is great. We want to show up as an expert, but if we only show up as an expert, nobody likes that person. We can appear to be a know-it-all. And so we want to also balance being an expert with being a student. Being a student is I'm reading a book that I didn't write because I'm here to learn. And then I'm going to jump on social media excited about sharing with my people something that I'm learning. So I'm not trying to flip it and act like I'm the expert of something I just read. You're truly asking people to come alongside you as a fellow student, and y'all check this out. Look at what I'm trying to do better. And it's an amazing way to do it. And so I'm actually going to do this for us this morning for a little bit, because as I've showed you guys, my favorite book on the planet is Still Like an Artist. And so I want to kind of give you a taste of like how I would teach from a book. And so typically, now I've got slides because I've taught this as a class before. And so, you don't have to go make slides, right? This can just be a very simple video. But what I love to do, what's up, guys? Look at you rolling in. Hey, Kim. Hey, Facebook user. Hey, Catrice. What's up, Jen Butcher? Good morning. Good morning. It is a great book. And so I like to, when I do these videos, I like to hold the book that I'm going to be talking about. Now, Still Like an Artist is piled under a couple other things over here. So my Bible happens to be right here in front of me. So I'm just pretending as if this is the book. I'll open up the book and I'll show it into the camera. I'm not trying to convince people I'm not looking at something, right? That's, I think, where we get weird about some of this stuff is we've convinced ourselves we've got to have this memorized and we can't have notes. No, guys, that's all bull. Have notes. Hold the book. If you want to read a quote from the book, open the book up, let it be visible, and read it. Because then people are going to ask you like, oh, hey, what's that book? What's that about? And it's creating engagement. Brandon Head, what up, brah? So I want to teach a couple things for just a couple minutes from Still Like an Artist. And what I love about this is there was actually an article a couple years ago in the Harvard Business Review where they said to find creative solutions, look outside of your industry. And I think we are all very prone to do what we know. And most of us, we all follow the experts in our industries. And so if we're not careful, we never really get super creative ideas because every idea is simply coming from people that have gone before you. And that's great. But we've got to leave some room for creativity. And guys, this is why I believe I was so drawn to Steal Like an Artist, because Steal Like an Artist is literally written for artists. It's not a business book. Now, you're going to read it and you're going to be like, man, it should have been a business book because it's unbelievable. But it wasn't written as a business book. You just got it, Jen. I love it. You are going to not be able to put it down. It's incredible. You can teach from your own book. I'm doing that some too. So I'm grabbing Rethink Everything and I'm beginning to teach some stuff from it. So I don't think that's weird at all, right? That's our advantage as having a book when most other people don't. And so most of you probably don't know, because I didn't know this until I started doing my research, but Henry Ford, right, as we all know, is like the father of the automobile. He was the one that came up with the assembly line. He invented it. But most people are very unaware of where his idea for the assembly line came from. And for those of you that are slightly squeezy, look away if you need to for a moment. But Henry Ford came up with the assembly line from touring a butcher shop. From touring a butcher shop. And I'll make it smaller so we don't have to stare at all that for a long time. But guys, this is how he came up with the assembly line for the car as we know it, was through walking through a butcher shop. And guys, most of you have, I've never truly been in a butcher shop. I've been in places where animals have been butchered. They're not clean like this picture because I didn't want a nasty picture up here. But they're disgusting. And you'd ask yourself, why is a guy like Henry Ford walking through a disgusting butcher shop? Because he understood the value of looking for ideas outside of the norm. And so here's what I love, a few things I love about Steal Like an Artist. This is one of the quotes in the book. And everywhere it says poet, I want you to replace that word with your industry. Right? Immature realtors imitate. Mature poets steal. Bad lenders deface what they take, and good coaches make it into something better, or at least something different. The good author welds his theft into a whole or filling which is unique, utterly different from that from which it was torn. I love this quote. And it takes a little bit of creativity to even be able to put ourselves in it. But immature poets imitate. But mature poets steal. Bad poets deface what they take, and good poets make it into something better, or at least something different. The goal of all of this, the goal of this challenge, is not to go create things that are brand new. That's impossible. It's to go watch what other people are doing and go, I could do that. I could do that. I think I could do that. And begin to grab creativity from other places. And he goes on to say in the book that nothing is original. What a good artist understands is that nothing comes from nowhere. Did you catch that? Nothing comes from nowhere. All creative work builds on what came before. Nothing is completely original. And then he even quotes the Bible in the book where he says it's right there in the Bible. There's nothing new under the sun. And so a lot of times when I find myself in creative block, it is because I'm so caught up in wanting to be original. And it's just not true and accurate. And it will hold us back from putting ourselves out there, because your people don't need you to be original. They just need you to be consistent. And so we've got to begin to understand this. But also, guys, we've got to continue to remind ourselves, garbage in, garbage out. My hope is, for those of you that are truly taking this seriously, being on with 8 a.m. every morning has been an encouragement for you, has increased your creativity, because you're getting good things that maybe you're not used to getting in the morning, right? Maybe your morning routine was different, but now that it starts with me, you're finding yourself in a better place. Garbage in, garbage out. You're only going to be as good as the stuff you surround yourself with. Your job is to collect good ideas. The more good ideas you collect, the more you can choose from to be influenced by. Find good ideas. This is why I encourage realtors. Follow realtors. Lenders, follow lenders. Coaches, follow coaches. Title people, follow title people, right? Go follow other people in your industry. Don't let them make you feel bad about yourself. Be encouraged by them. Also, we've already talked about this, but we're going to talk about it again. Everything that needs to be said has already been said, but since no one was listening, everything must be said again. Keep saying it. Keep saying it. Your people need to hear it. We've got to get better at it. In chapter 2, he says, don't wait until you know who you are to get started. It's in the act of making things and doing our work that we figure out who we are. Guys, yesterday, I had a buddy of mine who was one of my volunteers when I was a pastor a long time ago. He sent me a screenshot of me doing a video 5 years ago where I was introducing, at the time, what I called top of mind selling. And it was my very first Facebook group where I was trying to create value for people. And he sent me this message. It's like, man, look at how far you've come. And we can all look at our lives and see the evolution, the growth. But if we would have sat on the sidelines going, who am I? Who do I want to be? How do I want people to see me? We would have never figured it out. We've got to get in the game. And as you do it more, you will begin to see your brand come to the surface. You will begin to see the things that you do really well. And then you're going to lean into those things. It's unbelievable. But you don't wait until you know who you are to get started. Because I don't know that we ever know. We're always evolving. At least I think we should be. What do we got going on over here? Menta said she's in the middle of it. Oh, you got to also buy the book. Audible's great, but there's so many graphics and drawings. It's a super cool book to physically have in your hands. Going to use Shoe Dog today. Oh, with the Phil Knight story. It's a great book. True that, bro. So true. I'm glad it hits the mark. So let me wrap this up for us. The last couple of things that I want us to touch on is chapter 5. He talks about side projects and hobbies are important. He says, don't throw any of yourself away. You have to be, this is specific to mortgage, but again, put your industry in there. You have to be more than blank. You have to. You have to be more. And so this is why I'm a big fan of post everything. Everything you create, post it. Even if you messed up, make fun of yourself in the post and post it as a gag reel. Like, we have no idea what people are paying attention to. And oftentimes it's the weirdest video, it's the least professional video that ends up getting the most people to pay attention. And so don't throw any of yourself away. It's one of my favorite things that Austin says in this book. He also says in chapter 6, do good work and share it with people. And he has a drawing in there that says, don't worry about unity from piece to piece. What unifies all your work is the fact that you made it. You, me, right? I am the unity of my content. And so you don't have to figure out like, well, what do I want to talk about to be my brand? What do I want to, like, you are that. Whatever comes out of your mouth is from you. And so we got to stop overthinking this stuff. And then the last thing, in chapter 8, he just talks about be nice. Guys, the world is a small town. And then he says you will need curiosity, kindness, stamina. And the most important thing, what I want to end this call with, is a willingness to look stupid. Guys, I cannot preach to you enough about the power that comes with having a willingness to look stupid. A willingness to look stupid. Go be you. When you mess up, own it. Have a willingness to look stupid. It is the most powerful way to humanize yourself for the people around you. Tell a story when you did something dumb, right? Like, let people feel your humanity. I put up a video the other day where I was on a walk and I was listening to a book on Audible. And so I heard a quote in the book. I jumped on video. I said the quote right the first time, but then I tried to re-say it and I completely butchered it. And I left that in there because that's humanizing. That's what people love to see. And so that willingness to look stupid is so incredibly powerful for your ability to do this well. And so let's go showcase what we're learning in our videos today. And then guys, remember this. My prompts are just to help. They're to guide, right? You don't have to follow all this stuff. You can do whatever you want on any day. I'm still having people apologize to me in DMs going, hey, I'm so sorry. I didn't do the prompt today, but I did. And I said, what are you apologizing for? You did a video. That's what we're trying to accomplish here. 31 days in a row, getting in front of that camera. So love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Keep going, fight through, and keep me updated on how I can help, how I can serve. Let me see what we got as we're jumping out of this thing. It's so good, man. Once you're able to post everything. I'm so glad you're encouraged. See, lots of views on being redundant. This is great stuff, guys. That's the goal, man. Trying to use prompts to make it easy. So I appreciate you guys. Make it a great Monday, as Minta said. I'll see y'all in the morning. Bye.